talking about that lag then, if we bring the golf, so you've created a 90-degree wrist hinge there, okay?
Yeah.
As the club comes down, you've still got a 90-degree wrist hinge there, okay? You've got a 45-degree wrist hinge there as we release the golf ball back to a full straight position, okay? So you've created lag to a point. The thing is, if you held onto the club a little bit longer, that club face would stay more and more open.
Yeah, right.
So the longer you hold onto that lag, unless your hands are going to work super fast, it's going to go way to the right. And for me, I think having more lag, yes, creates more distance, but also affects the direction the golf ball travels. And I wouldn't say you're a short hitter, Chris. I think we can get your lower half working better from the top, and that's the key thing. And being loose in the grip, you can create sufficient enough power for you to hit the golf ball straight down the middle of the fairway, 200 plus yards, and keep it in play, rather than perhaps trying to gain 15, 20 yards with this extra lag and lose control.
Is there anywhere along it where I might want to aim slightly out to the right, you know, slightly closed?
Possibly. I mean, depending on what's in front of you, but if there's trouble in front of you, or there's trees, or you want to avoid trouble, I mean, knowing Wembo, like obviously you remember down there, if you know of course well, if you sort of know which direction is to come in from the green that's going to be best suited, for example, I think a hole now that would be sort of an example of that, but I mean, maybe 17 for example. If we're on the left hand side of 17, that tree could block you out, couldn't it? So down the right hand side would be the best option. Okay, so holes where maybe a bunker comes into play, if the pin's on that one side, a green is generally best attacked from a certain position from one side or the other. So you may want to decide, okay, on this side I'm going to aim on the left hand side or the right hand side. But more often than not, if you aim for the middle of the fairway, if you played a game of golf, for example, wherever you're next playing this week sometime, and you walk down the fairway 200 yards, which you can hit the golf ball 200 yards easily, that's not in question, okay? So walk down 200 yards in the middle of the fairway, place the ball there and just play golf from there on in, you would score well. Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Because your big numbers are only going to come from really drives where you pull them into the trees somewhere, or slice them into the trees, or you're in the water or out of bounds, or you lose them or something. That's generally where the big numbers come from. You might cost yourself one shot by missing a small putt, or missing the green with your second shot or third shot or whatever.
Or laying up slightly.
But your big numbers come from losing the ball with the driver, either hooking it in the trees left, or pulling it left, or slicing it to the right. Okay? But in terms of the setup, as we said, just to run through these now, Chris, okay? Ball position needs to be inside your left heel, okay? Just check it, I would say, once every couple of weeks, once a month, just to keep checking it. If it starts getting too far forward towards your left toe, you may start teeing the ball a bit higher, okay? Which is a compensation which would work for a few shots, but long term is not going to be any good, because your club will be coming further round to the left as you hit the golf ball, which causes you to pull it again. So impact conditions would be more across the ball, pull and slice would come back, okay? And grip pressure needs to be nice and loose. So that's going to help us allow the club to release, okay?
And let it release.
But once you're from the top of the backswing here now, you've turned back there now, doesn't matter if that right foot goes, or the right knee goes back a bit, the right hip's able to turn and create some power. Now as you come back down, the first move from here is with the lower half now, so you're planting that left foot and left knee, bringing that golf club down, you're keeping now, if anything, a little bit more, not a circle, you're keeping a bit more, go away, a bit more lag as you're coming down there now. You still maintain a little bit there, I mean that's probably where the shaft is there, and that's where your hands are, so there's a little bit more lag than you had. That's just because you're bringing your arms down with the hips rather than bringing the arms down yourself, and as you said, you try to swing in to out. We can't really change the swing going in to out at the speed we swing it. If the body works better, the arms will naturally come from the correct path, okay? And we want that club to be swinging from in to square and around to the left, okay? Don't try to swing it out to the right, because you'll tend to affect your strike and then you just block it away right.
Thinking about it, it does, doesn't it?
Just let your lower half work better. Lower half works better, everything else falls into place.
So if you set off with all in the right parameters, you don't need to worry about
that. No, exactly. And like you say, if we think about it in reality there, Chris, if we get yourself to the top of the backswing, okay, the top of your backswing now, as your club starts coming down, it starts coming down at 2.97, okay? So from 2.97 seconds, okay, to 3.23, so we're looking at what? third of
Yeah.
0.3 of a second, what can you think of?
No.
Not a lot really, can it?
It's
So if your
already- it's already on
it's
its
done,
way.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So if your trigger is get the lower half to work
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
that's it.
Mm.
Okay, make sense?
So yeah, I need to just I'll
Yeah.
practice out.
Loose grip, ball position, lower half works
Practice out
first.
watching the telly.
Yeah, well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You can get that draw,
Just that feeling,
get that
like,
lower
yeah.
half, get that lower, and that's what you probably would have had at Whitchurch when you played and shot 11 over.
Mm.
It just clicked into place, but you didn't know why it was doing it.
No.
So the next
No.
time you play golf, when it didn't go so well, what did I do different last time? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But the hips were just
No.
working better, ball flight was working
I even
better.
went back on the site to try and find it what I'd read, and I couldn't find it.
Exactly.